Good morning everybody and welcome. It's greetings from a very wet and chilly UK this morning. So I thought today, as I have finally started sorting out my fabrics, I'm about maybe nearly halfway through, that I'd start, I'd come on because I've been promising to do it for a while and do a few clusters. So these are tubs where I've just been throwing bits and pieces either when I've been crafting or while I've been tidying out. So I have got ready with me 3 different coloured threads, pretty bright ones. I've brought all my well, all the ones in my drawer, shall we say, bits of floof, eyelash trim and such like, and I have brought all these little bits of fabric. So good morning, welcome, and yeah, let's sit down and chat and do some creating. So I don't know whether to just pick bits out or whether to just try and tidy it up a little bit to start with. So I have to say hello to those of you who are returning. It's lovely to see you back, and yeah, if you're new here to us, welcome. Love to get to know you, so if you're new and you feel like introducing yourself and chatting in the comments, that'd be lovely. I'd love to hear from you. Don't worry if you're shy, it's not a necessity. Yeah, I thought we'd just come on and build a bit of stash and make some pretty embellishments. Yeah, and see where the gossip takes us. Not that I've got lots to tell, because I haven't. I don't even know that I've got anything to tell yet, but you know, sometimes I'm good at chattering, so it might just come from nowhere. Yeah, so I'm thinking, I'm pulling all these bits out because I want lace to be the basis. Oh, found one that's been kicking around here for ages. I think that green might be just a bit too big on there, and I think that might be why it's not being chosen. Let's put it over there. Or it could be that it's not in a box with a lot of other snippets. Right, and I've got a jar then. I'm going to put really itsy bitsy, that really should go in the bin. Don't know if you can see right up there. No, you can't. Can you see there? I think so. Itsy bitsy bits in it. You know, and at the end of this session, because sometimes you're looking for a piece, aren't you? Oh, there's a handmade ruffle, look. Yeah, if at the end of this session they don't get used, they're going in the bin. Yeah, it'll be lovely. Even just to use up this one tub will be lovely. So yeah, if you've been with me a bit, you'll probably recognise some of the pieces that I'm pulling out. This is why I don't throw the bits like this away. You know, it's obviously had the buttons cut off it. I only did this the other day, I think, and it's all unravelling, but you know, those threads could make all the difference, perhaps, to a... Oh, I've got a mixed media one there, look. I think I probably did this with a journal a couple of weeks ago. So it's got a button, a brad. Oh, I haven't got those brads out. They are to hand though, so I can dig them should I decide I want one. Yeah, I think this was only a short while ago, so we need to keep them all in one place, don't we? This is a beautiful antique, vintage, not antique, button that I lost while I was creating something and I wanted it. So we'll sew that on something. And then what have I got here? Yeah, 3 of those lovely buttons that were really hard to see. I tried to show you them on camera last time. I don't think they show up on anything. You just have to trust me, they're absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen anything like them. So it's like glitter, they're all slightly different size moons, clear glass, glitter glass, and like looks like mother of pearl, but it's not, it's obviously just plastic. Yeah, we'll put those on some. What do I do with the other one? Yeah, so I probably should have told you that I've got my button egg here, which will open as well. Again, it might be off camera, is it? It is. Oh, well, there you go. I'll just drag this whole thing this way a bit. I don't know if you can see or not, I can't see myself. I've got a little bit of lace there on her. Right, so I'm not going to do that to all of them, but I do just want to bring a few more bits of lace or cotton lace out, because like I say, that's going to be the basis of what I'm making. And I am going to, there's a whole doily there, might cut up, look. I'm going to make smallish ones today. Yeah, so some will have buttons on and some won't. They will all be stitched together. I don't think I'm going to glue. I can always glue them when they go in or on, whatever they're going on. Maybe these little tiddly bits should go in there. Right, so keeping things small is not always my forte, so that's what I'm going to have to concentrate on at the moment. I'm just pulling out some bits of lace. You're a bit of a tiddler, aren't you? Right, okay, because you don't want all this in your eyesight while I'm trying to create. Okay, so I've pulled 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of lace, and I'm going to cut them in half because they're definitely too big. I think that's from Dreamers Caroline, that piece. This black lace I have in my shop, if you're looking for black lace, and this has come off an old tablecloth. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I think it's got a tough edge on it. I'm going to just take it off. Take it off. There's a good bit of a Yorkshire accent for you. Take it off, just to soften the edge of the lace so that it can look more distressed than it is. I don't think I want those bits, but I'll put them in there because that's a very square piece, isn't it? See, they're still quite big, but yeah, I'll go with them and see what size they turn out. I don't want any bigger material than those. They kind of want to be in the back, I think. Right, let's go for some colour schemes now. I'm wanting a couple of spring-like ones, and I'm wondering if the white ones might make some nice. Trying to get them at an unusual shape. I'll try and get that pink and red there, look. Well, I say look, I don't know if you can see now, can you? I might have pulled it all towards me too much. Oh yes, I like that one. Push that back a bit and then I can go your way a bit. So those two are done. Needles are taking up all the room, aren't they? So what shall we have on the black one? I love this. I keep using bits of this. This is from Kevin Happy Mail from Tanya at Tatty Treasure. I did a collage board yesterday, and you'll see it at some point. I did a few collage boards using up some bits. Excuse me while I rip. Yeah, and the same thing applies to these. As I said yesterday, a little bit of fabric goes a long way when you're making clusters or collage. It absolutely does. I'm thinking this pink might bring that. I didn't intend to make them all the same, so let's do a different one with that pink. I like that. Where did it go? Let's have the tiniest little piece of that. I won't be able to rip that. Yeah, so once you start this, that's Christmassy, but I do like it on there. Well, it's not Christmassy actually, it's wintry, because it's just foliage and snow. There's nothing Christmas related particularly on it. I'm having it because I like it. Okay, so I think I'm going to aim for three pieces of fabric and a button at this moment in time. Now you don't always have to put a button on. Now, or do I just want a button and some of this? Let me just offer up some eyelash trim to some of them. Yeah, this one is really catching my eye. Well, obviously the thing with eyelash trim is when you cut it you get an awful lot of threads, but that's what we love about it. The threads are what we love about it. Yeah, I like that. So I can't help myself making them even and building them exactly the same. Never mind, it could be one for me and one for you, couldn't it? And I'm wondering if one of those beautiful Right, let's put different buttons on them. That will help, won't it? So I've got a really dark blue button there and a really lush white glittery pearlized, and now I've done with those two, I'm going to sew them together. So I am just going to put a knot in the bottom of my thread. I think I've got 3 threads here. It is embroidery thread, but it's only like a cheap one that was in a pack. It's not a pack, you know, a well-known make. It's not DMC or anything like that, but it's good enough for crafting. Yeah, I'm just trying to get that under there. So this is where my big hands might be in the way for you guys, but I'm literally going through all 3 layers, or 2 layers and that fluff. And because I do want these to stay put, I am going to go through them. If I can find the hole. I can't. I'm going to go through them 3 times, which is probably overkill. But because I'm not gluing, yeah, I want them to stay. Well, it's definitely grabbing those threads. Actually, that's 2. Yeah, I think I might just go with 2. Because I've got 3 strands of cotton, it is quite, of thread I should say, it is quite sturdy. Yeah, that'll do. That's my little scissors. Yeah, maybe if I was just using ordinary, you know, thread that we sew with, like that. Now, shall I go with this? I'm thinking there is a little pop of red in that flower there that's on show. I'm thinking I might put some red thread through it. What do you think? Yes, why not? Oh, it's quite a big eyed needle, this one. I've put a lot of thread on it as well. So this is crochet thread, so it is just 1 strand, but it's thick. Yeah, and I guess if I don't put too much on them, I can always add more when I actually use them. Are you going to go through? No, we're not. What's the matter with you? That's it. You know, if I decide I want a bigger cluster, that's definitely going to pop, isn't it? I can always add. I do so hope you can see. I'm going to have to just stretch up and see the camera view. Yeah, I am better out there, aren't I? Yeah, you can add, whereas often I make my clusters rather full on, like I do all my crafting. I cannot find that hole of that button today. I'll just get this going when I've done. Normally I've got my finger near it and I can just, there we go, I can just find it. Yep, so that one's all kind of moved sideways as I've done it. I don't mind. I think that probably helps with, you know, creating the chaotic look, which is what I'm after. Yeah, that red is definitely a statement on there. So, you know, even if you just change your thread, it changes the look. Okay, so that's 2 already. Can you see what I mean about how a little bit goes a long way? Because, yeah, I've barely used anything at the minute, and look how far through we are. I'm wondering if I should have loaded up some black thread. Let's see what we're going to do with these. I think I'm going to have, instead of some eyelash trim, I'm going to have something else on here. Let's see what we've got, because we haven't got enough out, have we? So I could put more lace on. I've got this black, but I don't want to go too black with it. You're a tiddly bit, aren't you? Let's just have a look if there's anything in there. It's that little bit of green, and it's got a little bit of stitching on it, look, that I took off that other. Let's try your sideways on. Anything else shouting at me? Oh. Right, I just saw some of those daisy these. I did have some of these in black somewhere, but Right, I've got another box at the side of me. You will be surprised. I'll bring it in and let you have a look before I have a look what's in it. Oh, there's this from Caroline. Let's get that out. And there's another piece of... Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any of those little black daisies in it, because I've got them all over the place. Of course, I won't be able to lay my hands on one. Oh, I was going to say until... There's one, look. But there's some lovely little bits in the bottom of here. Yeah, I was going to say I won't lay my hand on one until I've finished. But I was wrong. Excuse me. I did. Yes, I am creating a mess. Right, let's get some of these done so we can clear through. So is it going to go? No, but it will go nice on something. No, I didn't like it on that. I think for the time being I'm going to go with a button again. But what? Ooh. Oh, yes, now. I think I do want some black thread, so just bear with me a minute, because I have got some old vintage black cotton on a bobbin here. All I need to do is find a needle and thread it. Yeah, that's all. I've got one on here. Oh, we have a little tiny one. But didn't I just see my stitch? Yes. Let's see. Oh, right. We might be on a win here. See if I can get it through double. That feels nice cotton. I'm confused as to what I've done there. Pull it through. Ninny. I got there. Oops, I definitely want it double. Sorry if you can't see. Just my hands. There we go. A big knot in the bottom. Yay! As easy as that. See, sometimes it is worth having everything you own around you. Now I've seen it, there's lots of nice green buttons there. The buttons just kind of give it a focal point and secure it. I do like a button. Now obviously there are times when you need a... Oops. I thought it was longer than that. A cluster without a button. You want it a bit flatter. You can still sew them, which I will do. I'll make a couple without. But you could just glue them. I've done that before as well. But yeah, I'm going to try and make a little jar full of these so that they're another little go-to embellishment. Okay, should go with a bit of this on this one that I just unearthed. It's just a piece of coffee dyed cotton type lace. Yeah, and it's all crumply and crinkled up, which I quite like. So where is the needle? See if I can just stitch it on as it is, and then I'll decide if I want a button or not. Just at the minute with putting buttons on those, it feels like something's missing. What about you? No, I think I might have to go with a button. About a little tiny one, yeah. Can't even tell what colour that is. So it's only about 8:30 in the morning here. So although the sun is up, it's not bright. It's a very weak, dull sun in our UK winter. Now these can be, glued onto anything. You can use them on pages. You can use them on tag tops. You can put them on, well, you can use them on nearly every piece of ephemera that you make. Not too much the purple and the red. I think it is. This has come out of there as well, and I like all the threads that are hanging on it. It's a little bit big, isn't it? I'm supposed to be staying small. Yeah, you can put them on bigger things, so like toppers that you're making for the front of a journal or something like that. Yeah, they come in for all sorts of things. What about this? That's changed the look of that entirely, hasn't it, with the red behind it. I do want the lace to show quite a bit though. Do I want a bit of black? No. I ought to put it down really, you can't see, can you, when it's in my great big mitts. Just playing really now with bits. Now this is a scrap that somebody gave me. It's really stretchy material. Oh yeah, the purple and the pink and the black I'm liking. Yep, so these are slightly different because I'm now making the lace the middle piece. So it's got something to kind of show it off behind, as it were. What do we want on this one then? We'll do a few at once. Oh, that's a tiny little, that's come off a handkerchief. That's got a little piece of lace on it. Yeah, that's going to be a nice white frothy one. So let's go with a white button on that and call that one done, I think. Or shall I go one more step and put some white? No, because it's like vintage white. It's not true white, that, so that will make a difference to the button that we want. Now we've got this one, haven't we? That's a vintagey button. Yeah, let's use this. Oh, threads are getting me. If I can get it off. It's actually sewn on with a pink thread and it looks really nice. Maybe I'll leave that on and just sew on top of it. Doesn't want to come off. Fortunately, the pink will have to go. I've had to cut it. Which one was I putting it on this? Yeah, so I'm pleased that I'm getting some nice delicate ones like I wanted to. Did I put a... We could actually just put lots and lots and lots of different coloured cottons on needles. I'm thinking a nice pale green on here would be nice. I've got some green crochet thread here somewhere, but it's hiding from me. It has been for a couple of days. I hope I will be able to unearth it soon. Now I'm only going to put 2 stitches through here, one on each side, because it's very light. It doesn't need any more. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so sometimes you want a plainer. That's probably about as plain as I do anything. A plainer embellishment instead of something too full on. Okay guys, so I'll just settle into it and do a few now. I hope you're well. Remember to let me know any news you've got going on. I've not really got any news other than I am imminently going for a knee replacement operation, and I'm frantically trying to get organised for that. So that's the news that you've had for the last, I don't know, 10 days probably. So nothing new there that you're hearing, unless of course you are new to my channel, then it might be news to you. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Neil's at work again, but no change there, is there? So Neil's my hubby. He's always at work these days, bless him. Like I say, he has got a week, or nearly a week, booked off to no, don't like the triangle, a bit of that to help me along once I come out of hospital. I think I'm just going to go with that as it is. I'm going to put this really pink cotton through, which will add another kind of shade, another tone. And again, it's a nice simple one. I'm quite pleased with myself that I'm making simple ones. I've been saying to myself now, keep them simple, don't go off. I mean, they don't look it, do they, when they look over? Can you see what I've got so far? Yeah, I'm kidding myself that they're simple, aren't I? Never mind. Leave me in my happy world. Birds are starting to sing. Whoops. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let me just have a look. Oh, how time flies when you're having fun. What have I got done? 3, 6 at the moment. I just put those two together and I really liked that black on there. And I know it's a lot of frilly lace, but I liked it. Just see what it might pop on. Ooh, is that a bit too much, do we think? It is rather full on, isn't it? Got some red felt. No, I'm not. Get off, mate. Threads. I'm not feeling any of those, so I'll just leave it there to simmer. Did I have that on there? No, I didn't. About red and white. Just some red and white together. Yeah, I'm not liking that red pink on there now either, so I've got black and that cotton definitely wants to attach itself to me. It's about some dotty red. That's a bit Christmassy, isn't it? Oh, that one's nice. This is off a journal that I've just covered, a journal cover I've just made, I should say. Just a strip off the edge, which you'll probably see soon, or depending on when this goes up, I guess. You may already have seen it. Right, shall we go for a bigger button? Right, these are vintage buttons that had a stain on it. Right, red or pink? Or white or black? What does is that pink? Yeah, I'm going to go with the pink again. Just need to tie an end in it. A knot in it, I should say. Tie an end in it. Well, I'm getting quite warm. Maybe sewing's a warm thing to do. It's certainly a nice winter project, sitting at your desk playing with fabrics. Quite relaxing. Until you can't get your needle back through the hole. Come on. Loving the little ratty-tatty threads around this. And these are the sort of things that you can put into stash and let them get even ratty around the, tattier. More distress around the edge, because that adds to it rather than takes away. Yep, like that. Right, how about some, just noticed this vibrant green here. This might, yes, I think it will. It make this more spring and botanical looking than wintry that it is at the moment. So let's go with a, what? Do we want to keep it green? No, that's a bit jade green, isn't it? What else have we got? Sort of a, very vintagey yellowy colour. Don't think that goes either, this green one, this green thread. It's going to be very particular about what it will take. Yeah, now there is a little bit of snow on the acorn there, and I think that off-white button makes it pop, and I think if I'm put white thread through it as well, I'm going to have to put it down, which means it'll go all over. I should put a knot back in when I cut the end, but that would be far too organised, wouldn't it? Where's the fun in being that organised? Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it at the top and let the threads dangle down on this one, because they are quite interesting knobbly threads. Am I going to find it this time? No. Who's filled the hole in? was going in completely the wrong direction. I was never going to get that. Yeah, like that. So it looks to me like, I don't know if I was fooling myself, I am going to make a lot of these, but I'm not really going to make a dent in anything, am I? To be fair, so I'm going to have to get organising when I've finished making a bundle full of these. Oh, you're done. Move over there a bit then. Right, what did I have here? This lovely black. This lovely black and purple. Maybe put the lace right in the foreground. Just have that. I'm doing a lot of them that way, aren't I? It must be my go-to. Let's empty the entire tub. Why not? Is there a colour I haven't used yet? Don't think there is. Big one? Oh, that's one of those shiny. Yeah, use the shiny one. I'm going to go with white again. So I've got a white and purple and kind of a white, white and black. I've not got many spring ones going on, have I? Maybe I ought to look for some lighter coloured laces. I'll just do that black and tan one that's there. Yeah, the buttons are star on here. Quite like that black material behind it as well, actually. I wonder if that black and tan lace will be nice on a piece of this. I think it might. Yeah, so these I'm definitely going to, I think, I'll probably do it when I turn the camera off. Set a box of, don't want to go through, come on, of all these bits to one side that I can just sit with it on my knee or on. Oh no, we missed it completely. How did we manage that? Right. See how you get involved. It was the we missed it. Just stick a bit of fabric tack in and that'll be that, won't it? It'll be in. Yeah, so this is something that I can do when I'm recuperating, convalescing. So it might be once I'm back. Oh, that's a lot, Denise, goodness me. Just looking for meat glue spreader. What have I done with it? Missing in action. I definitely don't want all that on there. Yeah, it might be that I have an enormous box of them done. Depending on, you know, how quick I recover and what I can get done, etc. I'll leave that to just dry. Don't touch it. Right, I'm going to put a knot in this while I think about it. And seeing as the pink one's sitting here in front of me, I'll knot that one as well. Right, this last one, and then we'll look for some lighter colours. Oh, did you hear that? My glue just hissed at me, and goodness me, it is running like a lit candle. Oh my goodness. No wonder I'm running out of fabric tack, is there? Have you stopped now? Right, things are moving off the edge here. Let's get them all in. I might get to a point where I just grab all the bits that's left and put them together. So I thought a piece of this, didn't I? Let's do a bit bigger one. Oh, what are you doing hanging in there? I'm wondering if just a little piece of this white. Just try a piece, a small piece. Just lift it with a little bit of shiny. I said a little piece, but that isn't a little piece, is it? I like it though. Yeah, I like the way everything's hanging out of there. Where is the black thread? I'm not going to put a button on this one, so I'm going to that little black Can you see it? Before yeah, that little black piece of lace, daisy, that's what it is. It's kind of acting as the button if you were holding it all together, giving it a focal point. I'll just put a few tiny random stitches around it and hope that I grab everything. Yeah, very therapeutic sitting here. Are you getting the bug? I often sit and watch people sew and think, oh, I wish I had my sewing on my knee. Just something really therapeutic about, yeah, not having to create anything too intricate, although that can be fun. Just sitting and putting the needle in and pulling it out, and yeah, very soothing. Bit like collage, a bit like cutting and pasting collage, really, isn't it? It's a lovely thing. I can feel myself taking deep breaths and sighing and relaxing. Oh yes, that looks like a bit of abstract art. It looks like a flower. I love the fact that it's all hanging off. Okay, so what have we got kicking about? Definitely tiddly bits are in there. Yeah, so I have got some of these blue daisies, so let's do another one with a daisy on, because I rather liked that. And piece of lace, and do a longish one. Not too much like that. Yeah, I now want something. Oh, what's this? That's nice. That's daisy as well, isn't it? So this has come from my husband's work colleague who sews. Sends me lots of her scraps. Thank you very much, Kate. Yeah, Denise, you're supposed to be doing small, so let's half that and half that. That's better. And we'll have this on one. And what will we have on that one? Shall we go with some of this? No. What about the gold? Let's try a bit. I know it's a bit of a clash, but yeah, it's not really, is it? Because there's like orange flowers in there. So that one, yeah, let's go with a sort of an orangey button. If I can find one, I've got one, but it's very tiny. I don't think my needle will go through. The black one might. That was a little one, wasn't it? So yeah, if I'm doing it with black thread, we really are mixing the colours here. And I'm thinking perhaps that needs to go under that lace. It's the only way it's going to stay put. I'm sorry, I'm sneaking close to you. What do we think? I quite like that orange button with that orange daisy behind. Hopefully this black will just pop rather than, why won't you go through? Rather than shout. I quite like that. Yeah, I do. I quite like it. Are you attached? I don't know. I'm just gonna try and grab it under there a little bit. Yes, I didn't go under the button, through the button, but I tried to grab the eyelash trim through the cotton, through the material, just to anchor it a bit. Yeah, if the worst comes to worst when I'm using it, I will just put some fabric tack on it. Yay, like it. I might need to start putting some of these buttons back in here, because one, I'm going to lose them all over the floor, and two, time is getting on. By the time we've done a few more, I need some space to show you them. This is my magic button egg. I think I've said it to you before. It's very rare I have to put anything in it. I put an odd one in, you know, that I pick up or find somewhere, and I use. I mean, look how many I've used, and it's always pretty full. It's like that magic porridge pot in the story. Right, This little baby now, do we want to add something, or shall we just leave you? Yeah, I think if I just put some nice white stitches in, I'm just going to leave that one as is. Now, if I was feeling like being fancy, I could just make some lovely French knots, couldn't I? If you know what a French knot is. It's just a stitch where you wrap your cotton round and it makes like little dots. But I'm feeling far too lazy today to do anything that exciting. I'm sorry, guys. I've just told you for the inspiration, rather than the this is how you do it. Yeah, that serves me right, doesn't it? Created a... Ah, Denise. That is not what you're supposed to have done. Right, how am I going to get out of that? I just have to get my brain working where I need to cut it. Yeah, so instead of going back the way I came, I wrapped around the edge. I think I need to cut it there. Let's see. Do you know what I'm going to do? Where's that fabric tack that was all running? Are you still running, or have you set? Well, yeah, nice. Bear with me. Oops. Oh, I stuck it to my nail. Haha. Right, that stuck the thread down. I've stuck it to my nail now. Stuck the thread down, and it's put a beautiful blingy centre on that daisy. Right, let's just see if we can get a couple more done really quick. What about using up all these? Yeah, I'd like to use up a piece of felt, and I'd like to use up these. Let's just do some stitching. Yeah, now felt doesn't rip, and I really don't want an even shape. It's a teardrop. Oh, flipping got fabric tack on my nail now. Let's just do something a bit abstract and use up some of these threads. Ooh. Is that enough? I think it is. Pink cotton, I think. Yeah, I'm just having fun now. Just purely having fun. Sometimes this is where your best pieces come from. And sometimes you just tuck them away in the back of the cupboard and think, oh yes, that was the day I had fun. Oh, too keen, pulled it right through. It's felt, you see, so it does give. Maybe moved a bit. Yeah, I want it irregular, so I nearly did it again then, didn't I? I'm just going to do a running stitch. I think I was going to do little kisses, but let's just do a running stitch for speed. It should look nice as well. Yeah, so we've just created a bit of froth really for the top of somewhere. Yeah, I'm just going to call that done. You know, and the bits that would go in the bin. So if we use it, it's a massive win. If we don't use it, we've lost nothing, and we've had the pleasure. We've had the pleasure of making it. Right, let's do that again and put a button on one. Still got all these tiny bits. To use a bit of this up. Oh, it's not big enough for anything else, is it? So let's try and stitch that bit of denim on it. It's curling itself round. They're really just threads. Oh, you want to get on as well, do you? Somebody grabbing me here, so we'll assume it wants to join the party. Oh, I'm going to go with the black one this time if I can find it. Not much left on it. Enough though. So we're using up everything. We're even using up the cotton that's nearly. Yeah, didn't put a knot in it, so I'm just going to anchor it. I'm really not thinking about at all where I'm putting the stitches, other than, you know, are they grabbing? Oops, nearly put it in my finger then. Are they grabbing the bits that are on the... Alright, do I want the bottom to just hang? Let's just get this very... No, not the very bottom, the penultimate one. So we've only got one hanging. What do we think? And up there to make sure I've got that lace. Yeah, not pretty on the back, but it's going to be stuck on something. Lovely. So I've used my black cotton up. I've used the bitty batty threads up and created something usable. Right, so I can't stop now. I'm so nearly there. That's not really a tiny scrap, is it? But a bit more. Just wondering if we should perhaps put a button on this one. I'm just looking if there's anything else tiny sitting around. Oh, some nice red bits there, look. Sitting around just saying, use me up. No, they're all a bit bigger now. The idea was to use the tiddlers, and I've got them, I think. Sorry. Shall we put a bit of white on as well then? Oh, just threads. Let's just put threads on it. Yeah, so I'm not going to, this will make a nice pull. I'm not going to put a button on it. I'm just going to do some crisscross stitching on it and see if I can get it all kind of hooked over. Fastened in. I don't know what word I'm using or what I'm trying to say, but attached. Secured. There you go, that's the word. See if I can get it all secured somehow. Yeah, make a nice page tab even, this, wouldn't it? You know, just grab and turn the page over. Yeah, so I've got a few denim threads that would definitely be in the bin. The edge of a piece of lace that really should be in the bin. Edge of a piece of ribbon. And some pink embroidery thread. Lovely. It reminds me of like the bird's nests people make with the threads and the material. So they literally get, well, basically all the bits I've had there, excuse me, and kind of wind them round so they become like a bird's nest, and then just put a stitch in or a blob of glue. Yeah, so that's the sort of thing that you'll be digging through and it'll just be, it's just what I want. Trust me, you have to trust me on this. I just need to make one more because I've just seen this beautiful red material and I need one in it. What have I got? I've got some of this. And they're so quick, aren't they? So it won't take me a minute to make it. So a piece of that, and she says, what else have we got? I've got a piece of lace, got a piece of material. Just want one more piece of something that will pop. That's a bit extreme, isn't it? No. Well, it is, but what's wrong with extreme? I just wanted something different. No, it doesn't show underneath though, does it? No, it's not what I'm after. I'm not after something that shape. Oh, to be on a piece of that. Same shape though, Denise, not the shape you wanted. So this is, I'm going to make quite a big one I think here. This is from the nature book cover that I just did. Yeah, quite like that. Put all my buttons away now. There's one big one who was obviously waiting to be used. One big one waiting, and yeah, I've got some white left, so that's what I'm going with. And that's that. Lovely. So they're kind of like skirting materials or suit materials, both of them. That's like a very tiny red dog tooth pattern. Oh, did you want to be on? Sorry, too late. Yeah, and the other one is like a, what do you call that? Completely forgotten. Yeah, one of those patterns. You know, fill in the word yourself, you know what I mean. Okay, how many have we made? Because I have been going a while, haven't I? I've been going 40 minutes, I think. I'm pretty sure. Move everything to one side. I've barely made a dent in the material, but yeah, the idea was to create some of these, which is what we've done. So let's see if we can give them a bit of room, make them stand out, and let's just see if you, oh, that's why I had something stood on there. I've been camera up there, can barely see. I think so. Is that better? I think you might be that way a lot. Oh no. Have you come off there? Don't know. I don't know. I was counting in my head, but I've lost count now, so I'll have to do it in a minute. Oops. Oh. You know who that is, don't you? That's next door's little dog. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wowzer. Plus the 3 that, oh, this little one, look, 15, and that little scrappy one. Okay, so yeah, give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed seeing that. Let me know. Definitely let me know if you have a go, or if you've got you know, a way that you create them different to mine. I'm always open to new ideas. Yeah, chat to me in the comments there. A thumbs up would be lovely, and a subscription if you're not would be lovely. But have a fabulous day, and come and join me tomorrow. Bye bye.